Swearing isn't just a habit, it's a signature style for some of Hollywood's biggest icons. From hilarious punchlines to intense dramatic monologues, these stars use profanity to add personality and authenticity to their performances. Jonah Hill's comedic timing and love for profanity have been key to his rise as one of Hollywood's most talented actors. From his breakout role in Superbad to critically acclaimed performances in The Wolf of Wall Street and 21 Jump Street, Hill has proven himself a master of delivering profanity-laced humor that resonates with audiences. Outside of his film roles, Hill often swears in interviews and public appearances, using expletives to emphasize his points or add comedic flair. His fans appreciate his ability to balance raunchy humor with moments of vulnerability, making him a standout in both comedy and drama. Seth Rogen's brand of comedy is synonymous with profanity, making him a favorite among fans of crude, irreverent humor. In films like Pineapple Express, Knocked Up, and This Is the End, Rogen's characters often use swearing to hilarious effect, adding to the absurdity of his storylines. Off-screen, Rogen's laid-back personality shines through in his frequent use of profanity during interviews, social media interactions, and casual conversations. His ability to make swearing feel natural and funny has endeared him to fans, solidifying his status as a comedic icon. Charlize Theron has redefined the image of strong, foul-mouthed female characters in Hollywood. In films like Mad Max, Fury Road, Atomic Blonde, and The Old Guard, Theron's characters are known for their toughness, wit, and unfiltered dialogue, often laced with well-timed profanity. Her ability to seamlessly incorporate curse words into her performances adds depth and authenticity to the no-nonsense personas she portrays on screen. Off-screen, Theron's candid personality is just as captivating. In interviews, talk shows, and promotional appearances, she doesn't shy away from swearing to emphasize her points or add a humorous edge to her conversations. This unfiltered approach has endeared her to fans, who appreciate her relatability and fearlessness. Theron's combination of raw talent, fierce roles, and unapologetic use of profanity has solidified her as one of Hollywood's most admired and respected stars. Chris Rock's stand-up comedy has long been synonymous with sharp wit, fearless social commentary, and liberal use of profanity. In his iconic specials such as Bring the Pain and Bigger and Blacker, Rock uses expletives as a tool to drive home his pointed observations about race, relationships, and society. His use of profanity doesn't just shock, it amplifies his comedic timing, making his punchlines hit harder and leaving audiences laughing and thinking at the same time. In films like Grown Ups and Top 5, Rock's characters often mirror his stand-up persona, delivering profanity-laced humor that feels authentic and relatable. Offstage, Rock continues to curse freely, whether he's giving interviews or hosting high-profile events like the Oscars. His unapologetic approach to comedy and conversation has made him one of the most influential figures in entertainment. Kathy Griffin's comedy thrives on being outrageous, boundary-pushing, and filled with profanity. Known for her biting commentary on pop culture and celebrity life, Griffin uses curse words to add humor and shock value to her stories, whether she's performing stand-up or hosting an event. Her willingness to say what others won't, no matter how controversial, has earned her both devoted fans and detractors. Even offstage, Griffin's candidness and frequent use of profanity are a central part of her personality. In interviews, social media posts, and casual conversations, she doesn't hold back, often using expletives to make her points more impactful. Griffin's fearless approach to comedy and life has made her a polarizing yet undeniably influential figure in the entertainment industry. Ricky Gervais is a master of unapologetically profane humor. As the creator of The Office and Extras, Gervais has built a career on sharp, observational comedy that often relies on cursing to emphasize his points. In his stand-up specials, Gervais uses profanity liberally to tackle sensitive topics like religion, politics, and societal norms, delivering his insights with biting humor and brutal honesty. Gervais's hosting gigs, particularly at the Golden Globes, have become infamous for his profanity-laced monologues aimed at Hollywood's elite. His irreverent humor, combined with his willingness to swear without restraint, has made him both a controversial and beloved figure in entertainment. Offstage, Gervais continues to use profanity freely in interviews, social media posts, and his podcast, further solidifying his reputation as a comedian who says exactly what's on his mind. Amy Schumer's comedy is fearless, raunchy, and full of profanity, making her one of the most distinctive voices in modern comedy. In films like Trainwreck and I Feel Pretty, as well as in her stand-up specials, Schumer uses expletives to explore topics like sex, relationships, and personal insecurities with brutal honesty and hilarious candor. Her ability to balance crude humor with genuine vulnerability has made her a relatable and influential figure in comedy. Offstage, Schumer's use of profanity is just as unapologetic. Whether she's giving interviews, appearing on talk shows, or engaging with fans on social media, she doesn't hesitate to speak her mind, curse words and all. Her willingness to be unfiltered and authentic has earned her a devoted following and a reputation as one of the boldest comedians of her generation. Bill Burr has built his career on no-holds-barred comedy, where profanity is as integral as his sharp wit and fearless approach to controversial topics. In his stand-up specials, Burr tackles everything from politics to relationships with a candidness that often includes a barrage of curse words. His ability to use profanity to underscore his points, whether in a rant about societal norms or a joke about everyday annoyances, has made him one of the most respected comedians of his time. Outside of his performances, Burr's foul-mouthed humor extends to his podcast, interviews, and public appearances, where his unfiltered style continues to entertain fans. His refusal to tone down his language or opinions has made him a standout in the comedy world, appreciated for his authenticity and willingness to tackle tough subjects with humor and a few choice expletives. Samuel L. Jackson has elevated the art of profanity to legendary status, turning cursing into one of his most recognizable trademarks. Whether playing iconic characters like Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction or Neville Flynn in Snakes on a Plane, Jackson's performances are laced with unforgettable, profanity-laden lines that have become cultural touchstones. His masterful use of the F-word and other expletives often adds a distinct intensity and humor to his roles, cementing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most charismatic actors. Off-screen, Jackson embraces this image wholeheartedly. Fans often approach him expecting a colorful outburst, and he doesn't disappoint. From interviews and social media posts to reading bedtime stories for charity with his signature irreverence, Jackson's relationship with profanity is both playful and deeply ingrained in his persona. He's even capitalized on his reputation by launching merchandise that celebrates his unique style of swearing. Through his unfiltered expressions, Jackson has created a brand of foul-mouthed charm that continues to captivate audiences and endear him to fans worldwide. Gordon Ramsay is the undisputed king of blending culinary expertise with fiery expletives. As the star of shows like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, and MasterChef, Ramsay's explosive temper and relentless use of profanity have become as famous as his Michelin-starred restaurants. His scathing critiques, often delivered in a rapid-fire tirade of curse words, have turned him into a global sensation. Whether calling out undercooked scallops or lambasting a poorly run kitchen, Ramsay's brutal honesty and sharp tongue are key ingredients in his tough love persona. Outside the kitchen, Ramsay's swearing extends into interviews, social media posts, and even family interactions, where his humor and candidness shine. While some find his outbursts intimidating, many admire his passion and authenticity, recognizing that his profanity is a reflection of his drive for excellence. For Ramsay, cursing isn't just a habit, it's an extension of his relentless pursuit of perfection and his colorful personality. Melissa McCarthy's comedic genius often comes with a heavy dose of profanity, making her one of the most entertaining foul-mouthed stars in Hollywood. In films like Bridesmaids, The Heat, and Spy, McCarthy delivers outrageously funny performances, packed with perfectly timed curse words and biting insults. Her ability to balance over-the-top humor with moments of relatability has earned her critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. Off-screen, McCarthy is just as unapologetic about her love for cursing. Whether appearing on talk shows, giving interviews, or even accepting awards, she often sprinkles in expletives with ease and charm. For McCarthy, profanity isn't just a comedic tool, it's a natural part of her expressive, unfiltered personality. Her fans love her ability to use swearing as a way to connect with audiences, adding an extra layer of authenticity to her larger-than-life characters. Al Pacino's legendary status in Hollywood is inseparable from his intense, profanity-filled performances. From his iconic portrayal of Tony Montana in Scarface to his powerful roles in The Godfather and Heat, Pacino's characters are often defined by their fiery passion and raw dialogue, punctuated with explosive swearing. His ability to deliver profanity with dramatic weight has made lines like, "Say hello to my little friend," some of the most memorable in cinematic history. Beyond his roles, Pacino's gravelly voice and candid demeanor make him a compelling figure in interviews and public appearances, where his use of profanity feels both natural and commanding. Whether on-screen or off, Pacino's mastery of strong language adds depth to his tough guy mystique, solidifying his place as one of the greatest actors of all time. Robert De Niro's commanding presence on screen is often accentuated by his expert use of profanity. In films like Goodfellas, Casino, and Raging Bull, De Niro's characters unleash tirades of curse words with a level of authority and authenticity that few actors can match. His profanity-laden performances often add a gritty realism to his roles, making him a standout in crime dramas and intense character studies. Off-screen, De Niro is known for his no-nonsense personality, frequently swearing during interviews and public speeches. Whether delivering a sharp retort or expressing his frustrations, his candidness resonates with fans and peers alike. De Niro's ability to make profanity feel purposeful rather than gratuitous has become a hallmark of his legendary career. Jennifer Lawrence's charm lies in her relatability, and her casual use of profanity only adds to her appeal. Known for her unfiltered honesty, Lawrence often drops curse words during interviews, red carpet appearances, and talk show banter, delighting fans with her down-to-earth personality. Whether she's recounting an embarrassing moment or cracking a joke, her candidness feels genuine and refreshing. In addition to her off-screen antics, Lawrence's roles in films like Silver Linings Playbook and The Hunger Games showcase her ability to balance emotional depth with sharp humor, sometimes peppered with the occasional well-placed swear word. Her willingness to embrace her imperfections, curse words and all, has made her one of Hollywood's most beloved stars.